What do you think is the best open source model going forward?
Um, Great question. It's something I think a lot about. What we're trying to do at the MIT Press is create open access models that don't perpetuate bias either in terms of access to the content, but also in terms of ability to participate as an author. Part of what's
Mhm.
happened over the course of the whole open access movement, and it's a movement that has a lot of very, very driven advocates behind it, is that we've reached a place right now in academic publishing where most of the open access that's happening is happening through pay to publish models. So when we talk about an open access journal, typically what's happening is the author is being asked, or they're getting money from their university or their grant funder to pay a publisher to in exchange for making that work openly available. Okay, so the work ends up open access, but you've created a whole host of other inequities in terms of who's able to participate. Inequities across fields, because some fields have more grant funding across institutions, because some universities will have those resources, and certainly across geographic regions in the world. And
Certainly,
I
yeah.
love this particular example because it's a great example of what happens when we kind of reduce ourselves to simplistic binary thinking. Open is good and closed is bad, so open at all costs. And in fact, the issues here are very, very complex, and you need to think about models that don't essentially fall prey to this kind of unintended consequence. And that's what we've been trying to do at the MIT Press. So, for example, our open book model, which we launched this year, is a collective institutional subsidy model, which means that if we reach a threshold of institutional support, then we just open up all the books that we publish in a particular season, which we did for our scholarly monographs
Oh,
this year.
wow.
And, you know, we're not requesting that individual authors pay for that privilege. And so that's an example of the kind of model that I'd really like to see more of. And those of us who work on open access and open data, we're trying to come up with ways of funding and subsidizing the whole ecosystem to make open possible.